Women don't conclude that they're interested in you. That's not how it works. As a guy, you might be thinking, she's interested in me, or I know that she's not interested in me. Both of these things are not true. This is just not how the psychology works. Look, as a guy, you look at a girl, and generally, this is male psychology as a vast generalization. You look at a girl and you think, I'm interested because I like her traits, I like her physical attributes, or maybe you think, I'm not interested because I don't like her traits or physical attributes, whatever. But that's not how it works with female psychology. When women are thinking towards you, it's a different kind of psychology. When a woman encounters you and she's evaluating in her own mind and thoughts if she's interested in you or not, she doesn't think interested. She has a kind of a system, make a snap decision within seconds. Am I open to hearing from this person, or am I not open to hearing from this person? We kind of think of it like a gate. So imagine the girl meets you for the first time, social circle, party, dating app, whatever it might be, and she's gonna be thinking, I'm open. I'm open to hearing what this guy has to say. If she's open, if she's standing there and listening to you, and she's opened the gates to be interested to what you've got to say, that doesn't mean she's interested. That means she's potentially, quote unquote, interested. She's identified that you're a good enough person that she's open to letting you chat her up, make her feel great, offer to hang out, allow her to relax with you, and that can lead to agreeing to hang out in person, to go on the date, to leading to intimacy, passion, and all those great things that comes from meeting and dating women. We think of that kind of like a sliding scale. When you meet a girl or a woman and she's like, okay, I'm open to this guy, then you need to kind of keep going up this kind of hill. You need to keep moving, you need to keep things warm, you need to keep the vibe up, otherwise the vibe cools down. So imagine you meet a girl for the first time and she has a chat to you and she's open to you. You have a little bit of a chat, but you don't do enough. You don't build enough vibe. You don't talk enough. You don't share enough. You don't offer the drink. You don't go dancing. You don't connect with her friends, people who are important to her. You don't leave her wondering what happens next by getting a phone number, hinting at a meetup. All of that things warms up the vibe. This is not like a statistical thing. This is a fluid dynamic. Like if you're not taking action, then the vibe cools down and you go back to the beginning, right? The vibe completely cools off. Now, say for example, in a perfect case scenario, you meet the girl, she opens the gate to you, she likes you, she thinks, okay, I want to hear more from this guy. She lets you talk to her all night, you speak to her friends, you're doing quote unquote well. But the funny thing is when you're doing quote unquote well with a woman, again, it's not like she's interested, she's open to hearing more. Then you go on the first date, she's very warm, she's very open, she's already decided that you're a great person, and she's very interested to see how far things are gonna go. She's willing to let herself be taken away with the interaction, which means meet up, make out, go back home, stay the night, lead to moments of passion and intimacy, all those things that you would constitute as being interested or a success in dating. Say, for example, there's these two variables, right? There's the gates and the hill. And you meet a girl at a party, right? You meet a girl at a party. She takes one look at you and she thinks, this guy is well dressed, he's athletic, he's got pride in the way that he presents himself, his hair, his grooming, the way he holds himself. And she's like open, she talks to you, and then you suck basically. You're hoping that she helps you, and then she loses interest. Gates are closed. Now, she'll still be nice to you and polite to you, but you kind of like miss your opportunity. You miss that window, so to speak. So the gates go closed. She's no longer anymore emotionally open to hearing from you and hearing what you've got to say and allowing herself to be warmed up by you. She's just categorized you. This guy is a dead end. I need to go and look around for somebody else that I want to be open to, or as you call, interested, to let herself be warmed up. Now, the thing is, it's actually really hard for the girl to warm herself up, to look at a guy and think, I want to hook up with that guy, unless, they're drunk or premeditated ideas, or that person is famous, or they categorize that guy as something they've imagined before in the past, which has already warmed them up. The way that it works, and to quote this famous line from a movie, it's Olivia Wilde's character in Rush. So she says, it's not about his reputation, it's about how he makes me feel, and it feels like he adores me. And that feeling, that is the excitement, that is the emotions and the hormones and the thing that makes the woman keen, but she lives in reaction to action to make herself quote unquote keen or warmed up. But if you don't do anything, that gate closes. She's gonna look at you as the kind of guy who doesn't understand female psychology, who didn't read a signal of openness. She realized that you don't have the confidence, or that you have no ability to actually make her feel good with conversation, with moving things forward, with sharing moments together, with asking her to a conversation, for a drink, to meet your friends, to meet her friends, to go on a date, to go on an adventure. All those things warm things up to the point of making the genuine connection. But as I said, it's like a sliding scale. Now, on a further case, imagine a girl looks at you and she doesn't like the look of you for whatever. She looks at you, she's at a party, and she's polite, but she closes the gate. She's single and she thinks, maybe this guy, he doesn't look smart or wealthy or funny or handsome or whatever it might be. And she thinks, oh, you know, I'm a nice person, he's a nice person, he could be the clown guy or the funny guy or the short guy or the ugly guy. And she closes her gates to you and she's not keen or not interested. But if you have a particularly strong personality, you've got a great sense of humor, you're super sociable, you've got a great reputation, you're really great at making things happen, and you keep your shit together, even if that girl isn't quote unquote keen, if she doesn't open up, isn't open to the idea of you talking to her more, and you keep following the process of how a gentleman would if you really wanted to meet a girl and connect with a girl, and you chat, you share yourself, you acknowledge her, you compliment her, you tell stories, you involve other people, you create a fear of loss because you're popular. She realizes that you're super successful with whatever it is you do, your hobby, your passion, your career, the things you're working on, your academics. And all of a sudden, you're having this effect on her and she's like, shit, I was fucking wrong about this guy. The gates are open. Holy shit, all the other women like him, all the other girls like this guy. I was wrong. I was so wrong. He's actually the one that I want. And this is when you get this crazy effect of a woman kind of discounting you from the very beginning and then changing her tune really quickly and thinking, damn, this is the guy who I want. I don't want anybody else in the room. I want to be open to that guy and I want that guy to continue to warm me up. That's what a lot of guys get wrong. Because, you know, if you look at a girl and you think she's not keen, you just shut down. You don't do anything. You give up before you've even had a chance. You date and you socialize how you date and you socialize. Regardless of the feedback that you're getting, still be charming, be well-spoken, offer, call to action, include other people, create social opportunities for yourself, which creates popularity, scarcity, fear of loss, and then people who may not have appeared keen to you in the beginning, because let's face it, most guys look like scrubs or idiot or nothing. When your personality comes through, you can change that. In the beginning, she was closed to you, but then by you keeping your frame together, talking, calling to action, and exhibiting a lot of those other attractive triggers, then you can change the person's perception of you, also known as seducing them to realize that you're much more than what they originally thought. Hence, they become keen. So when it comes to knowing, is she keen or is she not keen, it doesn't work that way. Think about it more like a gate and a hill, right? And you need to keep doing all of the work, or when I say work, enjoy getting to know this person and warm up that vibe to the point that the girl is just really enjoying it so much that she hopes to be kissed, hopes to have your company in isolation at home that would lead to that intimacy. Now, of course, if you understand this video and this psychology, you dress well, you already come with a good reputation, and you know what the girl or woman is going to be experiencing. So you walk up and you know she's going to be open to you. And here's a funny little counterintuitive thing that you need to think about. If you are actually the kind of guy that every woman would be open to, and you're the kind of guy who can talk to everybody, warm up the vibe, create opportunities, create fear of loss, you're then going to get this really weird counterintuitive effect where the person you're speaking to is going to appear to be not keen because they're just nervous around you. So imagine you are the kind of the superhero that they always wanted to meet, the 1 in 1,000. And she thinks, shit, okay, I'm really open to this guy. I'm so open and I think this is so perfect that I'm scared as shit as a woman. She might even shut down, run away, become evasive, just be overwhelmed. Remember when you were in high school and you saw that really attractive girl that you had a crush on and you just freak the hell out and you run away? Grown women have that same effect when they meet a guy who's really important. So again, keep it together, be strong, build the bridge between you and the person, realizing they're feeling a little bit nervous, even do some vulnerable, embarrassing things. And somebody who likes you but appears not keen can get over their own fear of inferiority towards you to the point that you can have that connection.